Righto guys, here you go. I'm just doing a quick 10-minute video on the MacDiv and how to get the most out of it. You download it, you've got it going. It's just a matter of getting these good signals with the trend and ignoring these counter trend signals. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to put it into a strategy, and then you can ask the market what the best way to use it is, and the market, whatever you want to trade, will tell you where it's worked the best. So we're going to go, I've already done the strategy. Here we go. MacDivStratWiz, I've already created it, just to speed up the whole process. Next, MacDivStratWiz, it's an example strategy only. Don't trade this with real money. If you do it at your own risk. Don't come back to me, tell me it didn't work. Right, and these are how I do most of my strategies. I've got a target, a variable target, a variable stop. The MacDiv indicator requires a fast period, same as a MacDiv, a fast period, a slow period, and a smoothing. There's the smooth. What is different here is I'm putting in a trend. So I've added a trend EMA, and this one requires a countback. A bit of confusion about the countback. I've also put this in to fade the trade. So if it gives me a buy signal, I can decide whether I'm going to, instead of buying it, I might sell it. I just want for the option to be able to check that. So it's a Boolean and it's set to false. So we're going to go with the signals, but if we ever decide to, we could check the other side of it and see what would have happened if we had have faded the trade. Next, what I've done is I've asked for a rising EMA trend. Cancel that out. It's got a rising EMA trend equals true, and that's my variable there. Trend EMA. The MacDiv. I've used my fast period, my slow period, and my smooth, and my countback. That doesn't matter. The MacDiv doesn't matter. The separation doesn't matter for this because this is important. This time period on true, so that it only operates off the chart that you're charting. If you change that to false, you could put a variable in and check any time frame. But we're going to ignore that. We're not using that. Timing zone just keeps it out of your road. Strategy use true. There, right there. I'm building a strategy and I want to use this for strategy. So that must be true. If I tick it to false, nothing will happen. You'll sit there for days saying, why won't this work? And it's because that's ticked to false. So that must be set to true. Ignore that, ignore that. No, you don't want to plot on the chart. False. Now, when this MacDiv indicator has a value, a numeric value, so it equals a numeric value of 11. 11 is the buy signal on the first time period, which is this time period. This time period on says here, this time period on equals true. It would be value 11. If I was going for the time frame, the value would be 21 would be a buy signal. So the first, number 1 is this time period, number 1 is a buy signal. First time period buy signal. If it was 12, it would be first time period sell signal. If it was 22, it would be second time period sell signal. And 21 would be second time period buy signal. Anyway, that's going to be 11. I don't want to adjust that. Fade trade. I had that little fade trade thing there. Fade trade is set false. So if all of those three things are true, if they're true, enemy long default quantity. I've done a reverse for, and here it's set to 12. So if I get that the EMA trend is falling, so now I'm looking for a sell signal because the trend is down. This thing gives me a value of 12. Once it equals 12, sell it. Fade trade false. Fade trade true. Fade trade true. I need to add the EMA is falling, don't I? So I need to have What I need at EMA is rising. I want a buy signal. So I'm going to fade this buy signal. So I need to have a rising EMA and use a variable trend EMA. Okay, equals trend EMA is equal to rising true. Rising trend, rising EMA trend buy signal, but I'm going to fade it, enemy short. So a falling EMA trend is true, fading the trade. I'm looking, this number should be 12, so it's a sell signal, and I'm going to fade it, fading true, sell signal, I'm going to enter long. Now, I want it on my chart as well, so I'm going to go to the MacDiv. I'm going to set it up again, one last time. Fast period, okay. Slow period, okay. Smoothing, okay. Active counter, okay. Separation, keep it out of the road. And this time period on true. Make sure this one is definitely set as a very high number, otherwise it'll shade it back in a bit. Strategy is false. So now I just want to plot on the chart, true. Equals numeric value, and it doesn't matter, 5, okay. So I don't have to do anything else. You don't have to do anything else, that's it. It's in there. It's going to add it to the chart, which is what we required. Next, finish. So here we are, we're going to back test this. MacDivStratWiz. Fade trade false. Fast period 3. I already know what I want here, so bear with me. 50 and smooth it at 1. Stop target. I'm on a 60-minute chart. I want to check. I just check a small period first. My trend is 800, so I need at least 800. 800 bars to get it working. I don't want to all entries per direction. I want 10 entries per direction. So the more dots go off, the better chance I've got. It'll get me more entries. And run back test. Right, so we've got 13 trades this year, but it's mainly because we had to have 1200 bars. That's 1200 hours. 24 hours in a day is 5, would be 100. So it's like 12 weeks, 3 months out of the year. So there's only 2 months worth of data there. So what we do is we go back here. It seemed to work alright, there was no glitches. That is 2.03. Check our graph. And I don't like this period here. Too much of a drawdown. Anyway, set as default because we've got our numbers. Now we can optimize it. And if we pull up the chart, there it is. Remember I added it to the chart on that last go. If I didn't add it to the chart, you wouldn't see it here. But because I added it, you can see it. You can see when it should be going off. If this trend is falling, it should be selling every time you get a dot. And we can simply optimize it. We want to check from 10 to 100 in 5s. Maybe we would have been better off going for a different target. Optimizer. Now I like to keep a heap of results, and I'll show you why. So that is the top. Because the numbers. So what we do is, oh really, 107 was the least numbers, 109. And we can pull up the best result is 15. Yeah, 15. Go 15 pips, you're making money. 30 pips. 30 pips is probably a bit better. Your percentage rate's going to drop. But who cares? And you can go through and have a look and make sure it's right. Bit unlucky. Bit unlucky. 15 you would have got that one, wouldn't you? Have a look at that. 7 down to 82. 90 would have done it. Yeah, right. Very close. Anyway, that's it. Yes, there you go. Should be alright. And the other thing was target. We can go for 30. We could check our stop. 30. Do the same thing with stop. And what was the other thing I wanted to do? I wanted to, the countback. Yeah, see, MacD countback. That's an important thing. So, just to show you how well it works, why is it taking so long to do this? 10 to 150 to 5. It shouldn't take that long. So it's come back and said you can go for 40 pip stop. 50. So yeah, cut your stop off a bit. There's not much of a difference. 11.20, save about $80. I'd probably go in here. 45. Stop. 45. 45. And here, important MacD counter. 1, 2, 32. It's an hourly chart. The MacD has to be going that way for X amount of time, X amount of bars, above or below the zero line before I would get interested. So I've cut a heap of trades out. My profit factors come up, my losses, because I haven't been getting sucked into them too early. It's waiting. Waiting for a better result. Yeah, like this one here. Must have sold it. Anyway, it would pass on some and get some others. I guess what you do is just click this. See, this one here would be a low number, 7. So it's gotten in quite easily.
Order pending.
And that's about it. So there you go. But that's an important thing. So in other words, the MacD has to be rising for X amount of time before it'll take it on. It'll filter out the trades. So better pull that before you get in.
Order pending.
Oh, there it goes. Alright, I better leave you to it. I hope it makes you a lot of money. And yeah. One last thing. I'm going to go here. What you do with this is you go edit ninja script, strategy, SQ MacDiv1. Now, what I do is when I want to edit this and you want to have a play with it, save it as something else. Save it as MacDiv play. Whatever. Save it as something else. Okay. Okay. Now you go in here again. Edit ninja script, strategy, active play. Okay. Unlock code. Now it's a now you can go through. You've got your other one that you can always go back to, and you've got this one that you can go through. That's where we add the MacDiv. Yeah. So anyway, all right. No worries. I'll leave you to it. Have fun.